Please make welcome Samuel.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you all, to all the SME customers and prospects and individuals, IRC, and all the other stakeholders. It's good to be here. I've been here for the past 2 days now. This will be the third day. And I guess my name says it all. My name is Samuel. I look after the SME in BSP nationwide. So we try to help all the SMEs around the country to ensure that they are assisted with regards to getting financial assistance and also the basic needs for their small businesses. Just a show of hands of those who are SMEs currently operating. Lift your hands up if you just see a no can happy man or some no you poke my blue. Up him go high or some. Okay. So that's good. There's a good number of people here. So basically, I'll just run through the BSP SME loan product. In other words, BSP we have a SME product of our own, and we also have the government one, which is the government enhancement scheme loan. That's the 5% one. So I guess I'll just do a rundown on the SME loan product itself and our requirements to get a loan. And definitely you will see IPA and IRC requirements are in there. So it is not a mistake that we are here. We are all stakeholders in the pursuit of growing our businesses, growing our country. So when you see everyone here, there is a interlocked in relation to why we are trying to achieve our goals, because at the end of the day, it's just to ensure that we have a brighter Papua New Guinea in the next 10 to 20, 50 years time. Okay, so I'll start. So basically, my training will cover the SME business package, that our target markets, our characteristics of the SMEs, SME product suits, business vision to the SME, and contact. Definitely, when you listen to a presenter who talks a lot, you would like them to also action a lot. So that's the reason why I put my contact. I'll be putting my contact at the end of the day, so you all can email me, and then I will try my very best to push your inquiries to my appropriate team members. Lobian time all can help you and all loan inquiries or all mobile merchants. So BSP we started back in 2011. 2011 we started pushing out SME loans. So we had the vision that the next phase of this country will definitely fall into the SME space. And as you can see, this is just some characteristics of a typical SME. So we have small business owners that operate, middle part of the formal economy. However, some are large sole traders. We have partnerships. So when I say partnerships, we're just talking about under the Business Act. Baibla notice mo small entity inside long IPA. You got Business Act. You got Company Act. You got Association Act. So these acts are actually laws. So plenty man, I believe IPA have already come up and stressed some things about the respective acts that they give out, and BSP and all financial institutions, we just follow those governing laws, all regulatory laws belong. All body below you mean country we only work like governing laws, all operation belong all small businesses or entities. So BSP we can help trade store owners, PMV operators, or people that are selling fish at the Koki market, people that are bringing food over from the Highlands region to Port Moresby, small trade stores back in the villages. You are a SME. The rental rooms, rental properties. So these are currently happening. These businesses that I am naming, these are the real businesses that are happening in our country. Okay, so there is no special type of business. At the end of the day, SMEs will be simplified. They're simple. They're straightforward. Anything complex, we plus are just helping more going along small corporate amblo mipla. Okay, so if you are a simple operating business, running a small trade store, operating a PMV, or you have a small logistics company, or you have a water company that is pumping water to down at Taroma, or you have a rental property back at one of the settlement blocks, believe it or not, SMEs come out from those areas. Some of you guys are operating from your houses. You are the type of customer that we want to help, and definitely IRC wants to know you too. Paitimano disla. Hola sawa libla. So basically, small to medium businesses characteristics, cash business generated from daily activities, not salary or income. One of the things that I tend to hear for small business owners, all man Mary will operate in business, legal business. They tell me that I'll open my business and we can cut him pay blow me go lahap. After some period of time, we can come to SME loan. The answer is no. You are a SME, you're supposed to be earning money from your business activity. Okay, so anything that you go simpena put him money go business account below you. You're not a SME yet. You're still employed. I'm clear. Okay, no can make a mistake na. Tokosem me got business account finish, so now me can kiss him loan. So I'll talk about that more. You must also have a trading license, or you must be a registered entity, a business arm, so with IPA, SPA, you can look him. So basically, me plus look and me plus look him. Under the Company Act, me plus look him underneath the Business Act. So plantiman batokosem business the company and one of something. These are two different things. Okay. Best people to explain it is actually IPA, who can explain this further. But lo simplify me just tokosem Company Act, emo line we got LTD. You shall look him limited. They fall under the Company Act. And then for the Business Act, these are the ones that you by look him all by samlatao put him tupla line inside long business belong all tripla. But you will notice that on the extract it will have owner. It will not have a director on it. Because it is as it is seen as the Business Act. The certificates as well possess those names. They're written in small curved writing underneath the business name. All but writing mosem Business Name Act or Company Act. So BSP we classify this so maybe I can help him customer accordingly. TIN certificate is a must. Without the TIN certificate, that's where IRC has realized that there's a boost in terms of people applying for TIN certificates, because look at it, it's a requirement in the banking sector. We also BSP accept the local level government licenses. Suppose you got license for local level government, you know, some IPA, we still can help you out as long as the governing body of that LLG or the provincial government has identified you as a LLG because you are paying tax back to the province or to that LLG. But I'm still accepting low in account below you. We also accept any government recognized organization or motor vehicle insurance that they have given you a license to trade. We probably accept him to open a business account below you. Okay. We also would like to know where you operate. So when I say business location, you know, we are not limiting only to business location, but like I made mention earlier, some of you guys operate from your houses. Now, you know, when I do client visitations, when I was a loans officer back in those days, back in those days when I was a loans officer, me plus gonna visiting premises belong all customer belong me and some people to sem, oh, mipla operate house here, like this to also make him I'm no good. I'm saying, doesn't matter. You're a SME. You are trying to maximize profit by not paying rent. I'm straight. Happy man sa you hama mas to pay rent. Usa sa lagi money lo business blongan. Yeah. You blog lo complain la IRC stuff, yeah. Okay, so if you're operating from your house, then we'll have to visit your home to confirm that you make him delete office table blow you stop long happen you're operating. Okay. Business blow you must profit driven. Okay, so it must be profit driven. Nobody up man supposed use a walk long, giving money out. Your goal in the SME space is to just work and donate that money out. Paitiman lo papaya I am now. Yeah. So yeah. So one of the things that we tend to do inside long business time running SME, sometimes we just open it to feed our families, but when we are opening a business, it should be targeted for profit generating. Now, by you declaring year by year, you supposed to target him this plan. You may look at tribal corporate bodies, blame over time also announcing profits. Example, BSP. We declare profits, we pay dividends back to the shareholders, and we even pay IRC extra super tax. And yeah, Paiti Mano display. Come on, we are doing something great here on behalf of IRC. So again, we are corporate citizen. Anything all talk, me blay harim talk na me blay benim tasol. Yes. So these characteristics for a small SME, me blay can look him display, na me blay can assist him customer. Long help him all long kisim dina want me blay or kisim all basic bank account, FOS machine, mobile merchants, access to tools that will allow customers to come to them. At the end of the day, suppose man no come lo store blow you're wasting your time. Okay, so if it's like you build a store, you close the door, now you stop inside, now you lulu man outside. You know, like talk lol. Will your business make profit? No. What do? Open your doors, talk to the customer, so you can sell your items to make profits. So this is something where I put it at the last bottom because we would like to see the entities doing those things up. You know, Kaireshelo street blow me. I used to go to a little taga box. I can stand there for 30 minutes. No man come na misa go back. Yeah. So this kind of business no good bla papa. You must make it fast. Yeah. Okay. What is the SME business package? So this is BSP's offerings. We have transactional accounts, which we call the current account. We have the deposit account. That's basically the savings for the SME. We give loans. We have merchant services of the SMEs, and that's mobile merchants with zero fees to SME owners through mobile direct payments to the SME current account and operating account. The FBOS merchant, there's fees charged, a monthly fee of 50 kina. Anything below 50 kina is 50 toya, and anything above 50 kina is 1% charged. So we're trying to put this out very clearly because Tante Lancha got hidden fees. Our fee structures are for public consumption. We do not hide any fees. You go to the internet, but you look him. You go sign up telling counters. If you walk into our branches, we have posters that put our fees out there as well. Our brochure shows our fees. So plenty man said, they got plenty fees, but if only they went and asked their competition or our competition, they will say that they don't have a list of their fees. Or if they do, I don't know where it is. For ours, it is for public consumption. It is also on our website for you to go in and actually have a look at it. So I've just put up the FPOS merchant fees there because one of the things that I would like people to understand is always identify BSP products that are zero fees. There's no fees. So the SME, Business Blue, can grow. Because you would like to pay minimum to BSP, minimum to IRC, minimum. I'm straight, huh? Usa sa like buy maximum. Abi man. No one. Not even me included. I used to complain about my tax on my pay packet. Other thing I've placed here is my email address. If I can kiss him. I love receiving complaints, receiving emails, questions, because one of the things that we are unreliable for or well known for, and we all are struggling for, is to communicate with one another. Amen. Talk amen. You masih quiet. Some people not text to me as the night. Mixi number people na me text you not respond to me yet. So one of the things that we would love to do is always communicate and provide feedback back. We have the biggest branch network. We have the biggest branch network. We are all over Papua New Guinea. We have the biggest ATM scene in the whole country, in the Pacific, in the Southern Hemisphere. Air Force meshing, we have everything. So time you partner one time, you partner one time 2 point. We have about 2 million, 2 million customers now. So anyone with an entrepreneurial mind should see this number as an opportunity. So it's roughly around 2.8, 1.8, but it probably already has gone up because every day we open thousands of accounts nationwide. So this number continues to grow. So that's one of the things that our package in the SME business space, we are offering you not only the solutions to run your business, but we are offering a market base for you to commence your operation. I'll just give an example. I was up in Goroka. There were a couple of customers that we assisted. They were not known, but as soon as they became our customers, we gave them a couple of channels. In 1 year, this particular one customer never in his life purchased a 25-seater bus. He purchased one because of the fact that he captured that opportunity with two hands, both hands. I make him machine, I make him advertisement. So understand that majority of the customers in Papua New Guinea bank with BSP, and when you become a BSP customer, you also capture the market that BSP already has, and it brings benefit to your business as well. Okay. Namo? Okay. Sampai belum na salo toples Papua. So BSP's pathway to growth, that's our vision. We would like to see the SME account package given to you. Then we add value to those service, and then we expand it by giving you a SME loan. So the SME loan is only given after 12 months of operation. Me plus give him loan lo transaction history belong customer. When the customer's transactions, example, now mi sanablia na mi roni mo store below me. You are all my customers, and every day you shall come inside lo here, and you buy your items and you go. By end or close of business today, I will probably have 500 or 600 Kina. This money is not my pure profit. It's actually my revenue. I'm straight. It includes my profit and my expense. So it's my revenue. So I, as a business owner, as a SME, I will collect this money, and before purchasing any items, I will ensure that this money goes into the banking system. Either I will pay it out through an FPOS machine. As people come, I will ask them, say, if you need cash back, I can give you cash back. So I pay that money back out, so it gets captured into my banking account. To have that evidence after 12 months for me to go and apply for a loan with BSP. So we do not give loans to startup. We give loans to customers who have been operating for a period of 12 months. Okay? So plenty months I ask him, Samuel, you should give him loan lo startup to. He said, oh, sorry, no got. But we can explain to you lo what you can make him na you can sim dina want me. Yeah, so some customers have been operating their personal bank accounts to run their businesses. No can happy man blue because IRC stop le. All bawli win pipe le. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes you may laugh like that. No can go serious. Sometimes you serious they like fight on the mio. Okay. Over here we also have it's just a projection of you going up. So this boy selling from the street at 4 Mile and starting his own, renting a place and starting his own second hand. We have so many success stories with regards to us helping customers everywhere, and that is through the government scheme loan. We have given out so much. I'll give the results at the end of the presentation. So Um, so the big question: what do I need to get, in order for me to apply for a loan? We have some brochures stating out there, and the presentation could go on and on and on. But I'll allow my team to talk to you guys out there and give you guys the brochures. But this is basically for the loan. Okay, so we'll just have a quick look at the loan. You have to complete a loan application. So in short, that's a loan application at the top. You got to have a company certificate with IPA, business or company, it doesn't matter. Provide with your IPA extracts. You got to have a IRC TIN number, and your tax returns too, you must present it. So we don't help you unless you are listening to the bodies that govern all of us. So that's the reason why IRC has brought us here, for us to show you guys that we don't work outside of IRC or IPA or Bank of Papua New Guinea. We are governed by these regulatory bodies who are governed by our current government. You plus stop, Yeah. So if you don't provide these things, then we cannot help you. So the tax returns is not, it's not something that you present straight away. It can become a condition precedent, meaning that maybe can process him application below you, but maybe by make him decision belum bla, suppose I'm approved, but we will only draw the loan or give you the money when you go back to IRC and you sort yourself out and you bring that return to us, and then we proceed with the funding of your small loan. Okay, I'm straight. We also request 2 years of financial statements, but you will notice that when available, we'll put them in bracket lang up. Meaning that it's not a mandatory requirement for you to bring 2 years financials. So if you walk him, then good for you. You can bring it to us. Now, suppose you know walk him, don't sweat, no can worry, no can pour it. You can just bring your bank statement to us if you are banking with Westpac, if you are banking with Kina Bank, if you are banking with any bank, you can bring those bank statements to us. And then we will let you know if you are eligible, and then we will tell you to close shop and come join us, and we will help you. Okay. Sorry, me just talk truth, you sabe? Yeah, me must talk out, not talk straight. Yeah. Yeah. Also, we request for proof of evidence of security. This can be seen in your vehicle. You can go na kisim karlo you value. That's just to meet the requirement of our 10% equity. And I'm just talking about one product, and that is the government loan, which Ogataman like, because it has the best interest rate. It's a fixed interest rate of 5%. So me just put him this lalhap lo, just stress him this blah. So when I say 10%, it can be seen in terms of it being as a cash or it being a asset. Okay. So for example, you like 100,000. You know got cash, but you got a car. You go get your vehicle valued by maybe Elomoros, Borgomoros, a dealer that is recognized, and probably the vehicle is now 40,000 kina. I'm straight, and you want 100,000 from us. So do you meet our requirement of 10% equity? Yes or no? Yes. By how much percent? Correct. By 40%. You play mathematician. Paitiman play it. Yeah. So it's clear that our requirements are so simple, but when you don't sit down and think it for yourself, you make it complex yourself. Okay. The equity side of things, also you guys notice that there's contractors, business profiles, invoice quotations. These are all applicable where needed. So some of you guys might need 100,000 to build on your state land for your shop to, or like expanding house blue or store blue, because you're renting. No worries, I'll come there. You make more money, but better do me to play. Okay, no worries. Buy me go this lab. So once time he play, put him all this all request he go inside a bank, then the bank would like to know your invoice, your quotations, and so on. Okay. And malam lumilo stop now. Okay, so If you are banking with another bank and you have a business loan with them, you can also provide us your bank statements, and we can assist to refinance to give you a better interest rate, and also to give you flexible term. At flexible term meaning that repayment blue too. Suppose you pay 10,000 upside side, we can increase your term and you probably come and pay just 5,000 kina, 50%. We should be reducing that amount. So flexible loan, you can be able to repay that loan. Again, contractor's billing profile and the invoice quotation is subject to what you are trying to do. Some of you guys might just need a loan to purchase stock. Then that's it's not necessary for you to bring a contractor biller's profile. Doesn't make sense. That's where maybe putting where applicable. So no can go na kisim this off context na go talk your man narba something out of this room. Guys gotta read carefully. So if you don't understand him talk English, come by him to talk plus motu outside. Okay? Namo? Yes. Perfect. Okay, so I guess we are finished. This is my contact, my mobile number is there. Miba Lucy Mosem. We have another presentation, and that is by our BSP Life. We will not ask questions. We will allow BSP Life to come and do their presentation after our display now. You can ask him BSP Life. Now, me too want them. Because BSP Life is really, really good, and I would encourage you guys to listen to them as well. So BSP Life, BSP SME, we got one team, but again, we are operating with different products here. So maybe I invite him BSP Life. You can finish. Bami give me. Osa minin talk sini.
Somehow, use the correct way. You can finish masking. Thank you. If we can have the BSP on talk live. Oh, our friend is here.
Yeah, I'm stop.
Please. Samuel eman blo talk, neman blo help him online too. So I'm talk emba talk na bem kisim time blo get atu so good plamo em come na yumi are in presentation blo BSP live. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Paulus, Business Relations Manager for BSP Life. I'll quickly do an introduction to who BSP Life is and what we basically do. BSP Life is the third subsidiary of BSP Financial Group. I think it's loud enough. Start all over again. My name is Paulus, Business Relations Manager and BSP Bank in Fiji. So we launched in PNG in 2018, and there are two other products, but the product I'm here to introduce is called One Talk Delight. It was launched in 2020, January 7th, and 3 years fast forward, we have a growing customer base. So basically, I think I'm supposed to be changing the slides. Oh, that was supposed to be the slide. So we have about 72 life insurance agents. We have an agency model that operates out from Port Moresby, Lae, and Mount Hagen, and still growing. We'll have the fourth branch in Kokopo by next year. So we have 72 agents that operate or deal directly with our customers, and we have a board of directors that sit behind the company and make decisions for us. And life insurance business is a regulated business. It's regulated by Bank of PNG. And general insurance comes under the General Insurance Commissioner of PNG. Sorry, Insurance Commissioner of PNG. So we are a regulated business, just like any other financial institution. And what we basically do is we introduce a savings product. In essence, it's a life insurance product, but it comes with a savings component and a bit of investment. We have had some very good customers from the SME sector. They come in and understand the need for insurance, as well as a bit of a variation in the investment as well, because it is something you don't do much. You just let your money make money, sort of thing. And basically, it's part of the BSP group. We ride on the bank's brand and board of directors, like I mentioned earlier, and the financial support, as well as systems, similar systems that the bank uses. We have ours that run parallel with the bank, and use the bank services like Air Force, bank standing orders, direct debits, all the systems and process that the bank uses. That's basically a brief introduction of us, but what I wanted to talk about is actually the product. Before I go into the product, I will play you a very short video. I think some of us are already feeling sleepy because it's afternoon. This short video is just a testimonial video of a customer back in Fiji. We have our PNG versions coming up, but it's going through the production process, and it should be out before the end of the year, and you will have it playing in the banks as well as out in the media. So this one is a testimonial video from a mother whose husband just passed away, and we paid a certain amount of money. So I'll just let the video run first.
I never ever thought that I would be a widow. While he was paying his insurance, it was something that was kind of non-existent for us. We didn't discuss it when he was there. When the beginning of this year, when his life began to begin, I was desperately looking around and wondering how I was going to live, how I would pay for the house. Little did I know that it was there at the time with this insurance life cover that my husband paid for. It was almost like a gold mine. I didn't know I would be able to see my children through the education, that I would not lose the house, that we will carry out the debts that were there and then patched up. If you have a family, take out insurance. Please remember, these things can happen to any of us. It can happen to you today, it can happen to you next week, it can happen to you next month.
Right. Thank you. We'll get straight into the product itself. I won't take long. This is going to take only 10 minutes max. So when we talk about insurance, we talk about risk. Risk as in death or permanent disability or loss of job or loss of revenue. So there are many different losses that we face or challenges that we face on a daily basis. So here we are here to talk about death. Nobody wants to think or talk about death. Unfortunately, it happens to anyone, even the most smartest person on earth, like the owner of Apple. They die. We all will die someday. It's a matter of when and how. So in PNG, we have this culture of yumigat la custom la house cry na straight mouse cry, moving body, straight mama line. There's a lot of cultural obligations that come with death. So we always have to dig deep. We always have to go to a loan or some other financial services or borrow from money lenders and put a lot of pressure on ourselves. So if and when you have that opportunity or the chance to take up an insurance, suppose you got extra money, this is one area you can put your money on the side. It's not much, but it makes a lot of difference. Some we got some plenty of SME owners too, all come in, all understanding one of something is like product the offering. Now only sign up, now all got policy finish since 2020 come all same. So but me not go more in detail because and by long plus story, people got a table outside, people can see business card, now people can communicate directly. But the overall concept of insurance is helping us when we are in need, especially when we are faced with death. One of the partner or spouse passes on, and we are left with children, and our backs are against the wall. And we have no other form of saving. Maybe we have, but it's not enough. The white people say you must put your money or your eggs in many different baskets. So time lo harvesting bayuk sim lo plant up. No can look lo one plataso. Right? How can life insurance help? With the product we have, it helps you to achieve medium-term goals or long-term goals even. The product has a savings component in which we pay out a certain amount at certain intervals. I will go through it. It can help you with customary obligations like bride price, or you have some loved one who passed away, but you haven't done the headstone or rausim lap lap. Some things you want to do, but you always look for loan. And then you apply more stress on your income. So these are some of the things you can achieve with a small saving with life insurance. It's not a traditional insurance that you know of. This product covers insurance, savings, and investment because we pay a certain bonus on top of your life insurance cover on an annual basis, compounding. And also let me remind you, any payout that we make is tax-free. Sorry, IRC. Insurance Act 2000, the proceeds from our life insurance payments to policyholders is tax-free. Or just an image that gives us some black and clear and tintin law, head law, when something can happen. Suppose you know that bambla saving, you know that bambla insurance. Now, breadwinner or months or marries a current come to house, pay him rent and a bill, and pass him by, and no that have block seems like I can help him. So we got plenty story online type finish, then pay out finish in the last 3 years. Some are very emotional stories, but we by sharing another time. These basically mechanics of the product. So this product gives you money every 3 years, meaning we pay a certain percentage of your sum insured. Sum insured is not the amount you contribute, it's the amount you subscribe to. For instance, if you want to insure yourself for 50,000 on a fortnightly basis, the contribution could be around 110 Kina or 99 Kina or 95 Kina, thereabouts, just an estimate. But the actual amount will depend on your date of birth or your age, right? And the term you want to subscribe for. We have down there, further down on one of the bullet points, it says we have 4 terms to choose from, 15, 18, 21, or 24 years. You choose one of those terms. And back up to the top, we pay out a maturity value with accumulated bonuses, which means if you choose one of the terms, let's just say 15 years, and your sum insured was, say, 50,000, like I said, by the end of the 3 year, we pay you 10% of that 50,000 straight back to your account. Your life insurance is active. Okay, let's pay you something back. You know, some you just some insurance now. Throw my money to all go on, at time you pass my or not line back cross loss la money. No God, this la by money by pay come back to you when you are still alive. So you benefit, you literally benefit from your own insurance policy. So every 3 years we pay out a benefit. But we also pay out a maturity value when you reach the term. Either it be 15 years, 18 years, 21, or 24 years. Meaning that the remainder of your policy plus the accumulated bonuses, every year we declare a certain amount of interest depending on our performance and our investment portfolio within BSP Group. When they pay us, we also distribute or share that win money with our policyholders. So on a year-on-year basis, it increases the value of your life insurance policy using an what they call compounding base. I'm adding again, I multiply interest la dislan, I adding more every year. So the full sum insured and accumulated bonuses are paid out on the death of the primary insured, regardless of any benefits the policy owner may have received when he was still alive. What this means is if you take out a policy, and let's just say it's a 15-year policy, and you happen to pass away on the 14th year before reaching the 15th year. That will literally mean that on the 3rd year, you got a 10% paid out already. On the 6th year, on the 9th year, and the 12th year. 13 years you stop, 14 year loan, you pass him by. So what's going to happen is, regardless of all those benefits you have already received, it will not be reduced. We will still pay, or BSP Life is committed to pay the full sum insured of 50,000 plus the accumulated bonuses over the last 14 years to your beneficiary in full. Okay, that's basically what it means. So we also pay a certain bereavement support, 10% of the net death benefit. So my example is still the 50,000. Example, me still using 50,000. What this line minimum is a benefit. Suppose policy owner pass my, now you carry death certificate come no mi plan. La mi plan looking mo la policy and been more than 3 years old. Okay, before all putting films la form la claim, now go through the process of verifying or confirming all this la. Before all that happens, straight away, Bambla pay 10% of this la some insured campus time. Blow support him la house cry. Buy cake into the house cry or buy coffee or kind something or same. Because there is an immediate need already, right there and then. So the 90% of the total amount will be paid after all the claims process, the normal process goes through. Okay, minimum same. So this la next line I'm talking plus for him cover plus spouse, which means suppose you want a man you like add him married you like the same policy you can add him. No traditional insurance, I'm all not add him, but you buy a new policy will separate. But in our policy, we allow you to add your spouse. Suppose you walk or you got one plus spouse walk now, one plus stable house, can see one plus policy and add him narapla. So both when one of them passes away, there is still a benefit paid to the other, instead of just waiting for one of the life to pass on so the other can benefit. In this case, both are covered. So either one goes first, the other one will be paid the benefits to look after the family. The product also offers riders. Riders refers to pure risk covers that we have. Pure risk meaning it's only payable upon death. Suppose mipla policy ona pasimai, mipla by pay. It's like investment where mipla pay you 10% every 3 years. I'm different. On top of this, you can add in napla policy. That's what it means. We will add on riders. This is basically for people who have like a mortgage. You have a mortgage, you want to add value to your policy for a minimal amount. Because I think housing loan by plus by insurance house. House fire, it's like insurance by covering because you work like pay insurance company. But what if you die? I'm now by bank come talk, okay, 6 months you plan to pay me. So I'm plan moving you plan to kiss him house can now. So to avoid that kind of scenario, this policy can also help you to protect your mortgage. It can be used to offset the balance or whatever amount of the mortgage so that it gives enough breathing space or can get time block pay money again for the next 4 or 5 years where it's like meeting loan or can pay money again enough to finish him housing loan. So these riders add that value on it. Sorry, I will excuse myself because that laptop will need me to log in. Just give me 2 minutes.
Almost done. After his presentation, we'll just have one question directed to him and the other one directed to Samuel. Their boat is outside. Samuel come talk Yumi. Yumi can go outside and get those information off from them. We have the other presenters also here as well, but we are thankful for BSP.
I think I'm almost done. Just down to the last page, which is an example. So this is just the benefit table, which shows you what I already explained. Suppose you see 15, 18, 21, or 24 years, 10% every 3 years. Eligibility for this product by requiring online over 18. Suppose and then maximum age is 50. Suppose you over 50 finish, now you got beginning 18 years or 19 years, you also and good plan you insure him like beginning, but you can remain the policy owner or some investment below you. But life insurance beginning. The good thing about that one is the child is young, so the premium rate will be lower. The younger they are, the lower the risk, the lower the premium. But the higher the output, the cover. So what you can possibly do, that child goes into university, starts working, you can always transfer it to him or her. So they start off with some kind of savings culture inbuilt in them. So no, I need to save money, I need to do this, you've already introduced them. Instead of just telling them nothing, they go there, start working, and you expect them to give you money. So we have that culture of interdependency. When the child goes and works, instead of encouraging them to save, we expect them to give us money again. So this kind of thing, when you have the opportunity, you train them to save. So when they start working, they can take it on board. This is just a page that shows a sample or an example of a 35-year-old male. And let's just say his wife is also 35 years old. And he decided to take up a 21-year policy term. By the time the policy matures, he would have been 56. And that's still a productive age, which means when the payout comes, he can still reinvest and do something else. So as you can see, the first example is a 20,000 Kina life insurance cover on one Tok Delight. That's the investment component, which will pay him 2,000 Kina every 3 years as survival benefit. Like you benefit from your own life insurance policy, like I explained. The second one is a 40,000 Kina, and the third one is a 60,000. So you can see how the premium is calculated. So for the 20,000 Kina, you see 50 Kina 26 Toya as the fortnightly contribution. We are talking fortnightly here, but if you do monthly or quarterly or annually, you pay in advance, it will be different. And this person decided to take up what we call a rider, which I briefly mentioned earlier, on top of the base cover. So he took a rider of 80,000 Kina at the rate of 17 Kina 20. This is a pure risk cover, only payable upon death. That's why the premium is low, right? They don't benefit from it, but only the beneficiary will benefit when this person passes away. So he went a step further and took up a policy under his own policy, but added on the spouse for 80,000 Kina at an additional amount of 17 Kina 20 fortnightly. So total is paying 84 Kina 66 Toya. His contribution is 84 Kina 66 Toya. But you see what he has covered himself and the spouse for? Let's just say he contributed for 2 or 3 fortnights, and down the road the spouse has an accident. 80,000 Kina straight up will be paid to him as the policy owner, tax-free. And if he passes on, the 20,000 plus 80 is 100,000 will be paid to the beneficiary. So that's literally insurance, life insurance. I'm sure most of you already understand what insurance is, but like I said, we have tweaked the product a little bit to add investment and savings. Savings in a sense that it pays you survival benefit if you still survive, and it gives you that strength to survive. No, I still have my money, so I need to benefit from my own money. I have to leave. So there's a lot more stories to share, but I'm not going to take up most of the time. We have our table outside, so suppose you like some specific question, you can go to table or business card by staff, you can call him anytime. Napla office lo staff lo Boroko, upstairs to level 1, Napla lo Lay, Napla lo Hagen. And the fourth one by come up lo Kokopolo next year. It's like I'm just quick sign up process. You talk to an agent at 70 plus. Some style Mosby, some style Lane, some style Hagen. So you understand in product, no benefit or me run through very quickly, but I'm good plan. You sit down good and understand him good because you have to make an informed decision. When you talk about money and savings and all this, you have to make an informed decision to avoid regrets. But it was me supposed to make him more, but make him less because you didn't have the right information at that time. And then there's a form we call a needs assessment questionnaire, and like pre-qualification, like just looking expense blue. Suppose you saw working monthly profit, or kind of say you put in the form and to breakup blomi emosem, rental blomi, bills blomi, just estimate. You don't need to go straight now checking financials blue and put in actual, but you put in some estimate. This is just to look so you got extra coins you like put in go this la. Now you like remember working money on side, but you consistently contributing that amount for the agreed period, like every month or every year or when frequency you use him, but you contributing more same without applying stress on your current expense, so that you understand what you are getting yourself into. Now you committing you yet. And then bumpla running bumpla code, or you looking benefit, and then contribution blue in a kind of same. You Talking employer or writing 10 employer, employer okay, 10 employer different ones, now you looking. One employer, you like him long. You agree? Okay, you fill him application form. Then employer onboard him. Now apply requirement, you must got ID, got date of birth, blue stop long. Can it's a driver's license, NID, or passport. Suppose you know how to block out all secondary process law. Help him you still go through the process. And that's all. Suppose you block out question, you block an come not table or I think moderator like in one question that's also. Milusi you want to last video bla one man but you will PNG power. And by talk click that's all a benefit where M sign up long and so that black and clearly click. Some talk me to the M foul click, but this video will probably help us to understand a few points I've raised already. Thank you.
I am Vinny Amutane. I work with BSP Power as an electrical engineer, especially on the transmission side of power. That is basically to ensure the reliability of the power equipment. Family is very important. I love my wife so much, as well as my two kids. I love them. They are very important to me, and their well-being is my responsibility. Actually, when you talk about life insurance, yes, we do insure our properties, we do insure our vehicles and other things, but not our life. It captures some of our weaknesses. I might lose my life anytime.
That's it. Okay. Thank you very much, BSP, for that lovely presentation, and especially on the one on SME and One Talk Live. I think the insurance part of it, this message, the video is very clear. I'm sure I'm make him na yumi sira na scale him yumi yata. On that note, I'll take one question only for Samuel. Again, boots blow stop outside. So any question that you may got, you may can consult him all of this lahap na you may give all larap la presenters blame in the financial literacy space to come and address him. So one plug question, one plug good plug question that's all. Samuel can answer him and we'll have the next presenter up. Suppose Noga too, I think also Mimi talk, I'm clear. We can proceed on to the next presenter. Whatever questions you have, please, they'll take it outside. But once again, thank you to our BSP team. Again, Samuel and his team, very helpful. Samuel and Misa long and passing blame or one plaman where I'm got big plabel to help him. Oliglik man Mary Osem Yumi because he started in lay and now what must be looking talent blame no come no here. Okay, one kind two BSP live. Please have a serious think about it. Deductions, I'm no big plot. 20 kina, 50 kina, 100 kina. You miss spend him lo boy smoke, invest him. Tax officers, late tax center, I had that team from BSP One Talk Live over. We over to Talk Law offices, Blooming Plus Road. Right now we have about 4 or 5 that have already signed. The 20 kina, 50 kina deduction is not money. Young plural businessman, Mary, you like start in this space. Please consult him BSP One Talk Live. Way forward. Insure him you me. Die by him you me anytime. Now. So with that, we'll have our next presenter from Kina Bank. You may have him Pinis Plantilo BSP. Now Yumi Harim, presentably Yumi to from Kina Bank Lo, Tok Ligli Yumi Lo, one more products, Soligatim, especially in the MSME space. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry. 1 hour finished now. Probably I'll take 10 to 15 minutes. Just an overview, and then probably I'll give chance to the others to talk as well. I think it's already going up to 3. So, by way of introduction, I'm Delcy Levy. I'm with Kina Bank, the SME team. So I'm based at Aba City. So I look after the SME team here at home and Lay as well. We have a booth as well outside. I think we started on Tuesday, and a few of our business cards have been taken. So you feel free to contact us and also come to the booth if you have any further questions. Okay. Okay. Sorry, you blare now. Okay, thank you. Please, before let me go, the presentation below me, I want to acknowledge the team, the IRC team, for putting this together. I think this is something we should have done more frequently. I acknowledge, under the lead of the Commissioner General, Sam Quaim, and with his assistant commissioners here, Samuel and Pauline, and its hardworking staff here who has put this together. I commend you for that. Thank you. So I will need help with this. So, basically, I'm just gonna go through who Kina is, the initiatives we have started on, and the product offerings specific to SME for now, for this avenue, and our key context. As most of you would have known, heard, and seen, Kina has acquired the SME and the retail business back in 2019. So from there on, sorry. So from there, okay, sorry. So from 2019 on, it's been 3 years just. So I guess the first year was just finding the space, the SME space in the business, and aligning ourselves to the other competitors here. So pretty much, I think for the last year, since 2021 to current, we have tried to help the SMEs, even though we haven't taken part in the government funding. But Kina Bank has art for the SMEs. So it has put aside about 50 million. So that's to assist the SMEs, subject to obviously its terms and conditions. But it does help the SMEs without the government funding. So I guess the focus for Kina Bank in the next short to, the long term is getting a digital bank across, the country. So we are trying our best to work with partners, which I will touch as we go through, to get most of our customers onto digital banking, and to at least provide that support and the training they need to get them to where they want to be. I guess our segment markets for us is retail banking, branch network, in short, the SME, of course, targeting the SME customers. We have our home lending segment as well, private banking, and then, of course, the corporate banking. So in terms of SME initiatives and products, we've partnered up with a few of our business partners here. So one of them is Business Link Pacific. I don't know if anyone knows this name. Anyone in the group knows Business Link Pacific? No? Okay, good. So these guys are actually a New Zealand funded program or aid that is, it supports the Pacific, especially, Tonga, Fiji, Samoa, all the way, and then into PNG now. So these guys are actually a group that provide business advice. Like, say, for example, if you're in terms of a new SME client who wants to start up this business, so you don't know how to keep your accounts or keep your records, just like I think the IRC team who actually went through on the second day of how to keep your books. So these guys actually help our SMEs who are startups and new businesses just to provide advice on, what financials to get together, what to do before they can come to the bank. Because always the bank will say, yes, IRC, we need financials, we need this and that, everything like that. So for us, we have partnered with them, Business Link Pacific, to provide that sort of advice and bring your accounts or a proposal that is presentable to the bank, that the bank can accept. So, if you have any questions, you want to know more about this, we're at the booth. Like I said, I'm not going to go through everything in detail because we're kind of running out of time. So that brings us to another partnership Kina Bank has taken, is with Xero, they call. It's a cloud-based accounting software that customers, can be able to use that to access your bank statements online. As in, instead of you waiting for the statements, or you ring the bank to say, send me bank statements, you could always get this software, uploaded, get your deposits, withdrawals. You can see like real-time transaction using this accounting software. So that as well, like I said, we have a booth outside. If you need to know more information, you can come. The team are there, the full team are there. So they would be able to help you or have a one-on-one discussion, or you can even make an appointment. We have also partnered up with a local firm called SNS Tech. So that's also a nationally owned technology firm. So that they help you create or modify your websites. So in that way you can do e-banking instead of you just doing your marketing and selling here in the country. You can also reach out to probably Australia or overseas as well. So that way you can pay for stuff using the ePay system. So that's the other partnership Kina has onboarded. So moving on, we have this, like I said earlier, we didn't take part, or we were not given the portion by the government. So Kina has put aside 50 million to help the SMEs. So we've come up with this SME loan, concessional loan product, which was actually launched or introduced last year, 2021 in July. So targeting the SMEs, it comes in two lots. So one is called the SME secured loan. So secured loan, when I mean secured loan, the amount you're requesting for is supported or by a property or a tangible asset, securing your request. So there's a correction there. There should be a minimum of 100 and to a max of 500. So this is just for the SMEs. Interest rate is 4%, and I guess that's the lowest you can get in the market. The term is 15 years. 15 years. But this is the minimum criteria, specifically PNG owned business only. So suppose you got partner law Australia or so, one time you get law here, you don't qualify. Okay, so it's for the nationals only. And 2 years financial statements. Why we ask for 2 years is because we want to know how your business has grown. Okay, so to do a better assessment, I guess, getting a 1 year financial will not tell us much. So, but people like comparing financials for 2 years, and then we will be able to tell you whether to give you an advice or to say that, yeah, your business has progressed this way, you're able to do this, you will be able to qualify for this loan, sort of thing. So those are the minimum criteria. The other one on unsecured basis, there's a minimum of 50 and to a max of 100. So that we just purely assess the application on cash flow and the financials to give you that funding. Interest rate is the same, 4%. The other terms and conditions same as well, except for the term. So on unsecured basis, it's 7 years term. We've also introduced lately the Kina Venture debit card. So that's just similar to a Visa debit card, a normal Visa debit card that's linked to your account. This is actually for sole traders or business partnership accounts. So you can have access to your funds wherever you go, right? So a business account that has a card, you can access funds around the country and overseas as well. If you go on to the website, we do have a Kina hub as well, Kina SME hub. So that's just a avenue where you can go. It shows you step-by-step instructions on, especially what you're looking for, who will help you, what sort of questions you have. If you go onto the website, you can type in this and it will give you a step-by-step instruction on whether you want to open an account or, you're looking for a product under the SME sector. You will be able to find it on the website. So I think I haven't gone an hour. So the key context. So I have a team of 7 advisors, and it's a mixture of advisors and business analysts or business specialists that you can actually get in touch with them. So their email address, contact numbers are there. That's me. And the middle one, Alphonse Sione, is the one based in Ley. If you're from there, please call in, talk to him about your needs. For POM, it's Jonah, myself, and there are other team members as well. We've got the generic email as well for any SME queries you want to send through. So that one, the first one it's actually an underscore sme@kinabank.com.pg. So it's an underscore in front of that. Or you can always go to the other main website, Kina Bank website. And then there you can navigate through to what you're actually looking for. Thank you. I think that's it.
Thank you. Yumi Paite One Big Plan, Miss Delcy, presenting on behalf of Kina Bank. We'll take 1, 2 questions, if any. Nogat? You got 1 pla? Okay, 1 pla talk tasol. Now you can move on. Mic from the back, please. Yumi Amamasa, all get that time, especially for Kina Bank, sa come out. BSP Yumi Save, all got big pla, coverage na big pla, media presence, also come out plenty time. Information from the other banks, thank you. Now you make it in first and we see that not only the biggest players in the market, especially in the financial banking sector, but online blue mi lo Kina bank to all understand him need blue mi legally line the product blow this SME concessional loan it's a relatively new product in that space tailored for MSME. So I think sampla blow you mi stop lo ya to you mi all die had Kina bank na we expect to stop. So that also, I'm give narapla option lo you pla. So me pla bring him all get a cam lo all clear him all this la kind of product so you can look him one empla and by best suit him business blow you. Interest rate of 4% is very low in the market, in the SME space. So talk lol, find out. I think I'm that's all.
Thank you.
You may proceed on go on them narapla. Thank you, Mr. Esli. Up next, we will have Sarah, coordinator for the SME training, one time online Blimilo, Pacific Institute of Leadership and Governance, PILAG. So again, Lorisla Abinun session, Mipla bring him all stakeholder kama. So I'll give him information. Information is very important. You serve him, you walk him something straight. So thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon. On behalf of PILAG board, the CEO and the management, I would like to take this time to thank IRC for organizing this event. It's a very good event that we all come together to know more about SME. Okay. For this presentation, I'll be mainly talk about the MSME course that tailored at PILAG. Okay. Who is PILAG? Just a brief background. PILAG was once a in-service college, then to admin college, and then the name changed to PNGIPA, and now it's Pacific Institute of Leadership and Governance. Okay, it's mandated under PILAG Act 2017. Okay, we are registered RTO. So many informations where we plan today, but in order to be in him so you come sim training, but you understand him. That's where we fall in. Okay, we are mandated. We plus a running all course where leadership or courses below government sector. But now that also we plus running all courses where impact the life below you too, which is SME as well. Okay, and we have tailored this course for delivering experience all for over 50 years now. We miss Sapos and Papua New Guinea and Bonlo PILAG. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, where PILAG come in training policy under the SME policy, government law SME policy 2016 and tokosem big pla dreaman blame like in me all get a law grow economically middle income country by 2030 and higher income country by 2050. That is all of us. You may sit down lawyer, you must get enough form of income lo life you may. Suppose mipla depend lo one pla where work or work marry or work man family extended family depend lo one pla and income lo you may by you may no not grow by you may stop awesome. That's why government am introducing this a policy. So 2 plus something where you but non escape tax want them die, yeah. So that's why you may come together yellow here. So PILAG is one of those agencies to promote the SME sector through training capacity building. Okay. So in PILAG, this la course semi-pla offering and full training package. We have 5 units. First one, individual financial literacy. Mi plexi good to talk lo display weekam. But suppose you know you got problem lo managing personal money blue you. How by you managing all people loan money? And a problem na ba you go end up low bomana wait stop. So that's why we need to educate, be literate to manage our personal finance. People must lo business process good. How lo manage money good. Reporting and compliance with tax and come inside law into. And then we play incorporating digital marketing as we are into the digital world. So I'm training and full package training, 2 weeks course. We are available for online delivery, part-time for professionals, 4 o'clock to 6, and then the full-time course. Yeah, that's the course structure and a pathway below MSc training in PILAG. Suppose you kisim MSME financial literacy and digital training certificate, okay, you are eligible to get the advanced SME training, which then you can kisim all narpla business courses offered at PILAG. So some like example blame certificate in accounting, diploma in accounting, na certificate in IT courses. Okay, target group lo mipla as you look in the screen, you all get a step inside layer. You all included. No can think of Sebami wait until mix him retiring money na kisim training no got. You are serving or you are at the age of retiring, we all need to be educated. We all need to be literate on how to manage our personal finance. Okay, we PILAG have the capacity to tailor this training. We have experienced all course designers, all developers, those who have masters and training and assessment set 4, set 2, set 3, and master's trainers that all by giving you good la school lo how lo look out money na managing money na business for you. Okay. We plug a 4 training as regional centers, below northern region, lo Medellin, island region in Mount Aigen, island region training center in Kokopo, and southern region, which including the main campus, lo Waigani. So far for SME alone, this course is a new course that we developed and designed in 2020. We have trained more than 200. Now, this line will come attending those professionals, those retirees, street vendors, all youths, all students, all come attend him, all housewife, all come attend him this course. So for this year, we roll him out 7 batches ogeta, 6 lo main campus, and 1 is in lay. Okay, that's our training experience below MSME. Okay. Some law training testimonies which me feel important to elaborate here is all this comment law participant course participants, they are saying that training mipla kisim mipla like him all this law relevant stakeholders for SME space to be part of the training delivery process. So in an avenue like that, all can fill in all application form, because through the training we actually fill out the application form. But in order for them to go and launch, and these lamps are taking time. That's why all request them, all like him, all get the stakeholders come together at the end of the training or during the training, so that they can actually fill out the forms and launch him all application. Okay. And the way forward is that's why PILAG put him this one-stop shop MSME training module. So you plug what come lo PILAG. So MIPLA can invite him all get all stakeholders come so that you plug a film application. Those who are new, now you haven't gone into the business environment yet, you buff kisim application la IPA, you register in business for you. And then IRC Latin application, opening MSME business account from our banks. And also, the loan scheme government and put him through BSP and NDB, you will launch your loan application as well. And those who are post-public servants or in the age of retiree can also sim school talk during that training on how low you sim retiring money, blow number one super and playing part lem to lab. Okay. So way forward now is that PILAG got capacity, lo training this MSME training forward. Lo schooling papo ningini man mary, lo lookouti money blue you, grow money blue you. And you are unfortunate na you stop inside lo business finish na you know at school, you saw us and PILAG stop. You come sim certificate lo MSME, you back sim advance. You can go sim certificate in accounting and other courses as well. So career pathway blue you too, stop lo yeah. So now that our honors is that we want to partner with the relevant stakeholders, all this law, IRC, IPA law, create them this law pathway, put them together avenue that all student or participants come, all can access them, all the information they need. So when they're out, they'll be a successful entrepreneurs in the country. Okay, that's our contact details there. So booth Lomipla stop outside. If you got any further questions, you can go to booth no office staff lab all by answering. With that, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Miss Sarah from PILAG. I think hers is more information. I'm giving the solo you play that there's an avenue there that you may like sort of feather him. Want him something you may line in pinis or cement him, nakisi one pla paper tool or support him you me. PILAG offers that courses tailored for MSMEs. So I think it's a very good avenue. Now thank you to all come now. Stop law this MSME awareness na give him this information to the participants. You all get a sign up. You play like sleep, yeah. Sign up. Why me make you want them? You play talk. Stretch a little bit. No can walk can start to my soul line looking you me virtually stop. Sign up the soul, okay, move lig. Stretch lig. Now by me sit down Ken and we'll have I believe the final presenter for the afternoon. Our other two, because all this time you may look at information that's all, especially for PILAG. Me nothing by me got plenty ask him to mass. Nah, they have been faithfully, stop one time you from day one, Lord Tuesday come, yesterday come, nah, now too. Think me no sava you me kai lo bello time na you me sleep so. Me plus kill him tomorrow. Also one them by mas kilo lunch, mix him 3 o'clock labi. Thank you. With that, I will invite our speaker from Albert from CEFI or Center for Excellence Financial Inclusion. If he can come, ron lo backside. Come now. Give him presentation belong lo yumi. It's unfortunately Women's MicroBank. I don't think they've indicated that they're here, as well as online Bloyumi lo SMEC too. Small medium enterprise corporation, and unfortunately for some he's at the back. Thank you. So after Albert from CEFI, and he'll introduce himself, we'll have SMEC and we should conclude for the day.
Thank you. Abinun olgata.
Right. Presentation by me by all based on how we can manage our money. Probably online law, PILAG only summarizing finish law what they are doing. We are also doing the same thing. So like repeating same something. I'll just probably go to the main points. So all of us have kids, and you miss around like we run around. January, we look for loans as if all beginning are still born. Kind of. Yeah, we can admit that. So I think what I'm trying to say is we manage ourselves. We discipline. Me too, minus discipline me. We all need to discipline ourselves to become good people. When you look at what we are trying to achieve in life, life is about happiness. You may like find him good class sit down, we may be in time. How you will find that happiness? You discipline yourself. I discipline myself. So going on to the presentation. Something else. Okay. All right. So CEFI, what is Center for Excellence in Financial Inclusion? One is something me plus okay. So when you look at it, kind of now all bank come talk. They're giving awareness on their products and all that. I am here as a customer. The bank is there sitting, and the career pathway that for myself to, progress to achieve my goal in life. It's through equipping myself with the knowledge to use the formal financial services. How ba mi come up long up? Like take for example, now all come give SME loan na disla. Awareness long am be mixim lo BSP na sila. So that career pathway, the utilize how you may use him formal financial service. It's the role of us trying to, create him a link. So that's basically what CEFI does. Okay, all key activities. Okay, mabilog go down. Okay, target group. For us to run our trainings, you may need to understand on our target group. What our needs are, customer needs, before we conduct our training. Training put down long two types. First and foremost is the retail, which I'm covering basic savings and budgeting, which runs for a day. Morning session, you see training long savings coming up with your savings goals and all that. And then afternoon session, you sit down low budgeting, how to drop your budget, either it's a monthly budget, a weekly budget to achieve your goal. The other training is the training of trainers, which it runs for a week. So TOT, the first half of the week is basically equipping you with the kind of skills you look up train. So because you go out can by work training, and then the second half is the content of savings and budgeting. So these are two trainings that we run. Mipla partner on Tamil banks. After the trainings, we invite the banks to open accounts and all that. Yeah, so we don't only leave the customers to go away, but we run mentoring and coaching for them as well, evaluation. Okay, some of the challenges faced, you may get us away. Our people are faced with challenges. I think one of the challenge where we look long like I think information we lack information. You may not sabe by me ron gulo usat by alwe me. Now you may just swim at the side long one bla up where you may not supposed to put it at the side. So information is key and it's one of the challenges for us. Way forward, we've had MOU, MOL partnership.
You can look mantap. Plenty MOU to mass. But I think to reach Lokamaplong LLG level or district, we've signed MOUs with the provincial government. So some of them have been indicated. Stalos Green Penis. Memol way forward Bamipla. Some lol narplol activity mipla okay mem stop. I think I will just highlight the last one. Yumi, our next generation, all future blame me. All beginning blame me. Like beginning sit down. Now we're married. How by me cynicism? It's all about behavioral change. By me cynicism mindset blame me. Yumi ting blame me. I think by Ross tomorrow by Yumi kai boy na Yumi malolo. But our future, very important. So we equip the future generation. So we've embarked on um, 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 a mission where we play signing MOU and Department of Education. So we've set up a project. It's now gonna like me play incorporating financial education into the school curriculum. So that's the future for us and for our kids. I think I'm all. Thank you.
Thank you, Albert. I think the last bit is a very good way forward for CEFI. Yeah. Incorporating that into the main curriculum for the education. So all Pikinini, I think that was what was lacking in the previous years as a country, as a government. We've come a long way through the agencies, stakeholders, looking ways how you can improve. So that is very good news as citizens masama masa that finally there's breakthroughs. We may not see it now, but also may indicate ma. Or legally called picking in school. By the time we'll go grade 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, even go before going into high schools and learning that, they would have already learned it. So only when we become educated in this area, by make him write something from the start na come go. So and one kind to even Miplalo IRC, I think we briefly mentioned we have the taxpayer service kit that we've sort of as an organization we've developed. So still in the stages below stratum legally finalized him, and then eventually that would be the way forward for us to partner with the education and hopefully make that become curriculum so that beginning stop yet lo school them save text and blow on them and want them something straight. In that way, way forward straight lo me play address him to this la non-compliance. Plenty time this la non-compliance is because you plan no save, taxpayers no save, so you may sort of you may come, na you may try to go back and correct him. So in a few years' time, we will get there. We will achieve that dream. So thank you. Thank you, Steffi. Again, I don't think there's so many questions around it. They have been here with us for the last couple of days. This evening after lunch, we've sort of me plug him all opportunity to solo. Come na clarify him can one all paper you block lo pick him up lol stalls blow. So with that, thank you, Thomas. Despite him one plahan long as much as possible to and to our presenters and Loyu Plateau. In a formal setting, but feel free, formal, informal. So no can think heavy too much or me walk him straight or me no walk him straight or time long all big line straight we all got or planty think planty save mall or this layer and be in formal setting lol. You may feel free, relaxed, present, asking question. We now will have our final team from the small and medium enterprise corporation. Mitok Nogat, but I mean not Mitok Nogat. I didn't know that they were at the back. Sorry, my apologies. But we have a speaker here, so I'm bakamantap introduce him na. Give you me. Please fight him man again. Okay, ma'am will feel welcome. Now relax. Nam talk one time you me. Thank you.
Good Plavin. The last speaker, so I think in my minutes I will be quite frank and short with this. Way of introduction, my name is Andrew Mai, the acting director for business advisory and capacity building with SME Corporation. So that is my position at the moment. Let me thank IRC for organizing this and Commissioner General for his foresight in putting together such a program. This is a very important program. It gives the stakeholders and the community the advantage of accessing information that is not quite readily available when you are trying to access it. So bringing the stakeholders together in this into one forum like this is very important, and it gives you a wealth of information for you to use in future. With that, I would like to thank IRC for that initiative, and I would also like to thank all the other speakers and organizations that have contributed in the last few days doing the presentations. My apologies on behalf of SMEC, we couldn't set up a booth due to our work commitments. So that's the situation at the moment. But let me go through the presentation, and if there's any questions, if there's any queries, further information, you can see me personally, and then you can get my contact. With that, let me start my presentation. Oh. Which one is it? This side. Okay, the presentation outline, introduction, background, SMEC training program, SMEC challenges, way forward, and conclusion. Like I said, I won't be that long. I'll be very frank with this. Okay, SME Corporation is one of the 4 agencies under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. SMEC is, we were formerly known as SBDC. You know SBDCs? Small Medium Enterprise, Small Development Corporation, Small Business Development Corporation. That act was repealed, and in 2014, the SMEC Act came into place. Small Medium Enterprise Corporation Act came into place, and we are the leading implementing agency to promote and develop the SME sector in PNG. Okay, alignment to development goals. Ogata walking, you must lead the long development goals long Papua New Guinea, whether most of the government departments would be having such, referring to such alignments, or not the business organizations, NGOs will also be aligning to, referring to, or relating to these development goals. Let me refer to the ones that are really important for us, under the development aspirations that are captured in the overarching plans as follows. We have the vision, PNG Vision 2050. It talks about income and wealth creation. And then we have the MTDP 3. The KR4 talks about revenue regeneration and wealth creation, and other. These are other relevant KRs that also refer to the development aspirations and wealth creation, those in that context. Background, we are established in the Act of Parliament in 1990 after the SBDC Act became a state entity in 1990. After this, the SBDC Act was in place until 1992, beginning 1992, agency of DCI and Ministry of Commerce and Industry. 2014, that act was repealed, like I mentioned, and the new act the SMEC Act was introduced. The mission of the SME Corporation asking why NAMI apply staff to develop the capacity of MSME sector so that the sector can drive growth, increase national income, create employment, empower local entrepreneurs, improve and obviously to improve the quality of lives of Papua New Guinea citizens. SME sector is a cross-cutting sector. You talk about fisheries, there's SME in it. You talk about agriculture, there's SME. You talk about tourism, there's SME in it. You talk about forestry, there's SME. So SME is a cross-cutting issue, and it affects a lot of other economic sectors. So that's why the government, in its wisdom, decided to provide the concessional loans of 2 million, 100 million to BSP, and 80 million to NDB for us to give to lenders loan facility to SMEs to borrow and to either start or increase their or expand their business. So with SMEC, the SME Corporation, our mission is growing SME, is growing PNG. We talk about development, but when you look at the nitty-gritty of development, you're talking about money. There's nothing else. Let me give you an interesting fact. The education department in its data for the last 2 years, I think, had 16,000 students coming out of the formal, exiting the formal educational arena. They were looking at grade 8s, grade 10s, grade 12s. That's from the formal education department, formal education sector. What about the informal, the private schools? Out of that 16,000, only 35% of that have a better place to go and continue their studies. You can do the mathematics of it. Amas pula by stop house. Papa mama me pay him school fee, pay him lunch, look after them for the last 15, 16 years, have an extra burden to look after them for another 30, 40 years. You know, el tasol one time, tasol bubu tu one time. So the burden is very real. We are sitting on a time bomb. It's not funny. We are sitting on a time bomb and we need to find some ways out of this. And one of the most sure ways is to enter into business, start an SME, start an MSME business. In that way, we will lower the unemployment rate, increase the wealth that is circulating in the country. How we achieve our missions? We provide services to the government on policy and promotions of SME, provide advisory services to MSMEs, plan and coordinate entrepreneurship training and skills development programs for SMEs. I had that in asterisks because I want to just briefly mention this. Last year, out of that, I mentioned that 80 million was given to NDB and the other 20 million was shared within the department for the implementing agencies to roll out or facilitate for that 180 million that was given out. We received 3 million, and out of the 3 million, 1.5, nearly 2 million was spent on a TOT program that we conducted last year. We conducted 4 regional TOTs, 2 in each region, and a total of 8 TOTs that were conducted to make available trainers in all parts of Papua New Guinea, so we can have the officers that can deal with business development services for people who are interested in getting into business and for accessing that 200 million that was deposited into, was provided as concessional funds. So this year, 2022, we planned for the rollout of the TOE or Training of Entrepreneurs program. We plan to train 200 MSMEs per ward We have a target of 6,112 votes. It's a lot of votes that we have. And we are planning of training 200 SMEs per MSMEs per the 6,112 votes. When you look at the figure, it's 1,222,400 in 1 year. In 5 years, we plan to train 6.1 to 112 million. So, and plenty, it's a lot of SMEs to train. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of task. And we require plenty money too for us to run the program. So we're knocking on the government's door, asking all, give me plus some money or only mods the program. I'll introduce the training program as we go along. Another responsibility that we have is to conduct research, publish and distribute information, provide advice to SMEs on available finance, identify and promote rural-based industries, identify and develop markets that will bring or promote local products. We have brought in a lot of entrepreneurs into our organization and look for markets for them. We've done that through our growth and development division within an SME corporation. Okay, with training program, in SMEC we have the ILO program. You got a familiar with the ILO? No, what? Okay, International Labour Organization. Okay, International Labour Organization is one of the organizations that is spearheading the decent work for citizens. And in the long program, they have a program called SIYB program. The SIYB means Start and Improve Your Business Program. It's internationally renowned. Firstly, it's a startup business. Unlike CEFI, they'll talk about financial literacy. Okay? Because a man is step inside the business. You cannot tell one man long place the financial literacy. What is he going to do with it? Nothing. We need to teach them how to start a business. The pros and the cons, the advantages and the disadvantages. What do you expect? How do you get there? Whether you have the right attitude to start a business. Some people for the Christmas, no matter Christmas. That's basically our nature. Want to come, 50 kin out. Tambu come, 100 kin out. And when you are running the business, that's the same attitude you will carry forward. You are who you are. So we need to train and reframe your mind and think positive about running a business. Not think like you are facilitating customary obligations. Passing long customers losing long side, and we run the business. Okay, in order to start a business, we have this startup program called Start Your Business Program. Emblong all man Mary, Satino, inaugural business yet. And we need to teach them the right way. Some people run 1 day, 2 day courses and charge a lot of money. We run a 2-week program. All man long place, trangu all man. If you're going to run a 1 day, 2 day program to them, how will they capture everything? How good is the reception long brain long capturing? What is something you teach him all 2 days, 3 days? You can answer that for yourself. So we run a 2-week program. And within the 2 week, inside the 2 weeks program, we have information session. I'll come to that when we have an information session on the second last day of the training program. And that's when we invite all the stakeholders to come and make presentations. Okay, from statistics, and this is the latest one up till now, the last training that we ran about a week ago, just after independence, we have trained 18,639 MSMEs in PNG. That is from 1996 till now. Okay, our target is to encourage the 85% in the informal sector or the rural areas to formalize their business. And that's why IRC is calling this. There is a group of people that is outside there, much bigger than us, 85%. Plenty lemi public servants, you miss go give him pay lemi lapa. Okay, our target is that 85%. That's why we are going rural. We're starting from wards and not up on the top of the tree, but we're going down towards the ward level and work our way up. Okay, SMEC appreciates IRC's functions in terms of building a foundation for robust, modern, and efficient tax administration. Long informal SME space, we're doing our part in assisting IRC to register, to help businesses register for tax purposes with IRC. Plenty Papua New Guinea, especially in the informal sector, time mulai hari IRC, they won't come to you. They don't want to listen to you. Because all is our art problem by this lamanya by simplong tax. That's all. So we need to provide the right type of information to them to change their mentality that time gama ni collecting tax wrote by alright. Kar bloli no na buruk down 10 plus time in apoligo kama plong town na karem kago because wrote no good. Or they don't have to change the wheels now and then, and all those type of reasons. That's for people who are going by road. People who are going by dinghy, they have to go by sea or by waterways. They'll have to go by dinghy. Plenty blow terangu capsite no lidai. Lusim life lonisla. Sabos roti straight. Service baronigo. And that is where IRC comes in. I'm collecting all the tax, so I'm constructing all the services. So businessman, business Mary got access to this loan service. And I know not losing life belong time I'm conducting business or losing money belong. Okay, formalization of business process. That's what the other speakers have talked about. You got system processes stopping is long. Papua New Guinea, suppose you like him starting business, you go to IRC, get your business registration, go to IRC, sorry, IPA, and then go to IRC, and go to banks. So we're working while we are delivering the program, we are also facilitating that request through our training programs. Okay, SMEC is embarking on a bottom-up approach. I mentioned that already, so that's where we are. This is where the 85% of the population are conducting some form of business, okay, mostly informal. SMEC is struggling to target this group to raise awareness during our training to assist them to migrate Lolusim informal and move Kamlong formal, so they have a formal business operation. It's very tough. It's a very tough game that you can encounter. Most of those operators have been there for ages and they've been enjoying tax-free money. Many of them in millions of Kina. In our training request, we have requested YRC to take part with us during information session, and that's the same request that we've made to vulnerable organizations, long partner one temipla ranimsla program for IRC, especially on BST, sorry, SBT, small business tech. Think you are binuna na masinilas logo. SMEC's main challenges faced in relation to implementation of functions. Anilid long dupla policy mi blagat. The old policy was SME policy, SME policy 2016. We have a new policy, a revised policy. We call him MSME policy. The original one was SME policy 2016. This is now called a MSME policy. We plan including micro now, and long pass. So the very little businesses are also included in it. Okay, I need long this policy, we plan look long creating additional 50,000 active MSMEs, creating 500,000 jobs in the formal sector, place at least 50% of the formal economy under the control and ownership of citizens, and MSMEs to account for 20% PNG's GDP. Plenty of challenges, or big challenges. It can only be done through collaborations with network partners and appropriate stakeholders for us to achieve what we achieve our challenges, overcome our challenges. Writing way forward, because this program is arranged by IRC. We got some issues one time in our training, like I mentioned, not issues, but our program we plan it long training. IRC to consider providing training to SMEC officers, especially on information relating to TIN SBT. We got trainers. We have trainers all around Papua New Guinea. If you are in Wanimo, you can get a training now. As I'm speaking, there's a training at Nuku, which I will attend the closing over the weekend. And you have to drive, I think, 12 hours from Mississippi, Gigolong, Mississippi, Progola. So working or easy that someone's got to do it. So we are experiencing those difficulties. Suppose we can partner. That's something IRC can take up. We have an MOU in place with IRC. They can look at providing training for our staff and our partners throughout the country. So when we are in training, we are offering or providing information that is relevant and current to market demands, and not just some outdated information. So this is one challenge we like that. Now we work closely with the IRC. Maybe that MOU should be put to better use, and we address such issues during the MOU. We need to collaborate to effectively administer requests for TIN registration. We are at the forefront. When we want to register, it's easier for us to register. We've registered several businesses right there and then during training when IPA is on the bandwagon. So similarly, we can have TIN registrations filled out and some sort of arrangement as such put in place, so it makes opening of or registration of business becomes more efficient and effective. So suppose we run in training, money can lose him doa one time business registration blame them mama must know about it. We have people live our training with exiting with IPA certificates. So we would be looking closely. We have an MOU with IRC, so maybe those are some of the things that can be addressed under the MOU. In conclusion, economic development aspirations of the country will be boosted with robust partnership and networking arrangement with key stakeholders such as IRC, long flow of long information to ensure we have an efficient flow and the system works. The system is user friendly. All money like starting business can start in business easy. All money like accessing loan by got easy long accessing loan. Those are the type of issues we want to address. While 85% of people involved in business activities in Papua New Guinea, with more than 10 billion in circulation in recent studies, okay, all this line sit alongside Lorot Nasalim Buai, there is more than 10 billion in circulation. Studies shown by Department of Community Development have suggested that it's quite just above 10 billion. It's a lot of money. Beginning, I said that many public servants give their pay packets to one of those people. Their cards are in the hands of one of those people. I have gone to Gulf province at one stage, and the China man was opening his phone card holder. You sell a phone card holder. Where you a business card holder, sorry, okay, and it's a big business card holder. Na meeting em got all telephone contacts. No, what time you look him, it's all bank cards. So there's a lot of money circulating in the informal sector. We would like to work together with relevant government agencies to bring them from that point where they are operating into the formal arena, so government can work on them all, provide them all good plus service. At the moment, some of them are operating at very unhygienic conditions, conducting business. PP pull up and salim lem flip. Something's happening on that side, and there's gambling on one side, and there's another issue on the other side. Some people are fighting on the other side. So many things. So we need to work together. Relevant government stakeholders. We don't need to compete. We need to work. We need to come to a converging point where, by service, Balman Lomeri, our people will get entitled to. So many times, all government agencies we work in parallel. Okay, you draw in 2 plus straight line. Where do they meet? They don't meet. So there's got to be a converging point somewhere. Like I mentioned, I'm referring to the CEFI speaker that was here. They are into financial literacy. So they should come at the back end of our program. We are into starting business. The people in the village won't need CEFI. They will need me and my organization, because we will tell them how to start business. When they start business, that's where CEFI comes in. And other organizations. We don't need to. What we are doing is we're duplicating functions and we are wasting a lot of resources and we get nowhere. So we need to work in partnership, come to a converging point, put our resources together, and at the end of the day, our people will benefit from it. Wantam Disla, I thank you all for your attention, for listening to this presentation. May the good Lord bless you all and have a nice evening. The contact details of my boss is up here. It's the same contact. You can contact me if you need further information. I'm Tarsol. Good plabin nun live lang.
Thank you. Thank you, Director, Business Advising for SMEC, Paitimon Plahan Ken. Thank you. Mi platok thank you lo SMEC. Plantita molgo pas lo tram lo skuli mol educating online blo yumilo that have no information altogether, all starting anything. They start from the very bottom, the very informal online. Maybe not all same yumi, but all this we all round outside all get in this formal trying to convert them from the very, very informal to this formal process of doing so. People acknowledge him and we say thank you. We take note of sort of that challenge and request for the IRC to at least train or work in partnership and train your officers in relation to the IRCT in registration process and the SBT. So at least when they go out, they can also give that correct information online with the villages and wards that they come across. So once again, we talk thank you. We've sort of come to the end of the after lunch afternoon sessions. Once again, this afternoon was all about our stakeholders. As you can see, time all present, you look him how me all get a walk boom one time. So you may appreciate him. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm sure tomorrow to all bust up on them, Yumi. Not only for the presenters that have come up and presented, but their respective organizations, and especially to the officers that are working outside. I think all harim to stop me talk thank you, lol. All start talk lol get a break, all give me information. Online blow you lo number one super. They have been giving out information. One all officer blow to work talk quantum yumi. I think they're taking IDs and issuing them to the number one super contributors. Likewise, Law Line, Blame Law PILAG, they have been there. Officers have been there at the booth giving information. Or Line Blame Law BSP, Kina Bank, Online Blame Law NCDC Commission, they have been there too outside. So one time, this let me talk. Thank you to Nami acknowledge all officers, hardworking officers at the booths. Just a recap before you me closing this day 3 session blow you me. Morning you may start off one time GST, yeah, goods and services. So GST, I think you line him, na look him. It's not as straightforward as it seems. GST can be quite technical too. So our speaker Degemba explained it very well in the morning. I'm sure you all you line him plenty. What to claim, what not to claim in terms of GST. What type of sales or income, the exempt, the zero rated, or goods or services that are charged at a rate of 0% and those that are exempt. Some of you had questions around the exemption. After the coffee break, we had how and methods of how you can pay to the IRC. Once you collect the tax, how you can pay, yeah. Also, mi platok no can limit him you the use of just bank cards and bank checks. There are other options available as well. And I said, time you plakaikalo Vision City stop and its due date, no excuse. You can just log on to the electronic platforms, transfer the money across, Salim payment blue platform, tax payments blue to the IRC. The My IRC, you go back in the evening, please go onto our website, visit him, read about it. There's videos already uploaded about the My IRC platform. It will be the way forward. Eventually, IRC by Miplanonapam sort of, we also want to go do away with a lot of paperwork. So the My IRC platform is the way forward for our organization too. A lot of interactions will take place around that platform. So familiarize him, you play at one time this platform, suppose you play, think right now all information about it, stop English, but we understand that we have to convert those materials also into Tokpisin, maybe Motu na Kwanua na Olgeta language blame, so it's easy for us to interact with the IRC. And then after lunch, again, we had our stakeholders all come, all give me school. So it's been a long day. Again, me talk thank you. Day 1 go finish, day 2, this is the 3rd day. And the last day is tomorrow. So I'm sure by the end of tomorrow, you will go out, very empowered information. So I think Tasol, me no can talk plenty. Must be no same lig place blow me by 1 to 60 it's only come up the house. I understand this is big city and you people will have to cross so many traffic in order to get home around 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or for some. So once again, thank you for today. We'll see you all tomorrow in one piece. Please, day 1 you plus matro. Mi plano come up yet, you plus come up finish. Day 2 na day 3, you may work slack na. You may sort of rushing more presentations, blame me in the afternoon. If the last day we can have the same enthusiasm like we had in the first day, please come up here before me plakam na you start my rep, and if we can knock off on at around 2 or 2:30, that'll be good. It's Friday. With that, good plabinun lo you pla.